And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasted live as we are. We're on the road at Food City in Gray on a Food City Friday. As you see on the screen, show number 1845 on the way to 2000. So that's where we're headed. Probably by the end of the year. So good morning to you. Thanks for being with us. A lot of good sales going on. It's deals for days at all Food City locations across the, as the late Rush Limbaugh would say, across the fruited plain. So lots going on. Pepsi products, Vidalia onions, New York strip steak, Wright bacon, jumbo baking potatoes on sale, JFG special blend coffee. Gosh, Powerade, Little Debbie snack cakes, they're all on sale today and tomorrow at all Food City locations. The deals for days, going to be talking about that. Big Daddy Dale Hammond's going to be here talking about that coming up here in just a little while. So we have the NFL draft. Bryce Young goes, the number one man. You have Will Levis, the Kentucky quarterback, not so good. So, in fact, he didn't get picked, which is really surprising. Dale's going to be here to talk about the Vols. How about it? Darnell Wright goes in, one of the top picks, highest pick for Tennessee lineman in a long, long time. We'll talk about that. Hooker, we'll see what's going on there. Round two of the NFL draft coming up again tonight. We will have also Major League Baseball, high school baseball, and softball tournaments start next week. Big, big weekend. Doug Fritz will join us bottom of the hour. A little bit later into the show, also going to be joined by the one, the only Jeff Birchfield, again, promoting and showcasing Dover. Going to be at Dover, Delaware, the Monster Mile this weekend for the NASCAR Series. So all that and a whole lot more. Let's get it started, as we always do, with the national anthem and the verse of the day. We have a verse today right here. We'll get that out of Chronicles. Went out of the Old Testament this morning, which is a good one. Any of them's good, folks. You know that. So here we go. National anthem front and center. Here are the Kingdom Heirs on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, live from Food City in Gray.
1, 2. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And we say good morning to you again, back live at Food City in Gray. Again, we got today's hello, Reba Whitehead and William Welch. Hello, Rick down in Pensacola watching, as always. Thank you, sir. All right, let's run them down. Again, go put on my Food City glasses. Dale joins us coming up here in just a second. NFL draft, I don't think anybody's surprised. Bryce Young goes number one to the Panthers. Number two, C.J. Stroud for the Ohio State Buckeyes will go to the Texans. Then they turned around and got Will Anderson out of Alabama. So the Texans did pretty good. Anthony Richardson, Florida Gators, went to the Indianapolis Colts. Seahawks pick up the fifth pick, Devon Witherspoon, the cornerback out of Illinois. Cardinals get Paris Johnson, the big old offensive tackle from Ohio State. The Raiders, got a good pick. Tyree Wilson, the edge defender out of Texas Tech. Red Raiders going to be a Raider now. Falcons get Bijan Robinson, the running back out of Texas. Eagles pick up Jalen Carter, the big defensive tackle out of Georgia. The Vols pick up Darnell Wright out of Tennessee. And what? Yeah, I did say that. Where is it? I got it right here somewhere in my stack of stuff. Keep digging. It's down here on this end. Anyway, Darnell Wright. Yep, I had it. I'll get it. Anyway, Darnell Wright from the Vols goes to the Bears. Titans get Peter Skoronski, the offensive tackle for Northwestern. Gibbs, the running back from Alabama, goes to the Detroit Lions. The 12th pick, Lucas Van Ness, again, the edge man out of Iowa, goes to the Packers. The Steelers in the first pick up Broderick Jones, the offensive tackle from Georgia. A lot of Bulldogs in the draft, obviously. Will McDonald, the linebacker out of Iowa State, is a Jet now. The Commanders out of Washington, still have trouble saying that. It's really the Redskins to me. The Commanders pick Emmanuel Forbes, a corner out of Mississippi State. If you're a Patriots fan, you pick Christian Gonzalez, a corner out of Oregon. The Lions pick up Jack Campbell, who's a big-time pick, linebacker out of Iowa. The Tampa Bay Bucks pick up Kalijah Cansey, the defensive tackle from the Pitt Panthers. Let's see. The Chargers get Quentin Johnson from TCU. The Ravens pick up Zay Flowers. That's one of the stories. Again, Lamar Jackson signs a $185 million guaranteed contract for a guy that stayed home last year in the playoffs and let his team down. But apparently that doesn't matter anymore. After 27 months, he represented himself, by the way. Signed $260 million contract, the highest paid player in the league at $52 million a year for 16, 17, 18 weeks. A $185 million guaranteed money. The Ravens are crazy, is what they are. So Jalen Hurts signed 10 days earlier, signed a contract, $255 million, including a $180 million guaranteed contract. Lamar said, if I'm going to play for the Ravens, I want to be the biggest contract. And they said, okay. And so they went out and signed him for $185 million in guaranteed money for a guy that let his team down last year. Didn't even show up for the playoffs, staying home because he was under contract negotiations when they needed him. So you know what I think about him then. So anyway, I'm going to find this Darnell Wright because it's right here somewheres. There's the college football playoffs. Oh, yeah, by the way, we do have Alabama gets a new quarterback. Mr. Buckner has transfer portal from Notre Dame. He'll probably more than likely be the starting quarterback. We're too close. You're in my personal space, so I know it's here. But anyway, Darnell Wright, Tennessee Vol, now picked as a Chicago Bear, and that's a good thing. So if you're a Vol fan, still no pick for our wide receiver, still no pick for Hooker, but again, the second round of the NFL draft is coming up tonight, so we'll see. Hello, kids. Thanks for being with us. Quick break. We'll be right back. He's here. Big Daddy Dale Hammock. We'll talk a little groceries, the deals for days. We showed you that a few minutes ago. At bottom of the hour, we got Doug Fritz joining us. Later, Jeff Birchfield, as the boys from NASCAR will be in Dover this weekend, or are in Dover. So we'll do all that right after this break. We are live here again at Food City in Gray on show number 1845 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show, live at Food City in Gray. Back after this.
All right. We ready for story time? Yes, Warren?
Mrs. Turner, for your last day, we would like to tell the story.
Okay.
Once upon a time, in this town, a little girl named Meredith Turner was born. And she grew up right here.
She went to this very school and graduated right here. She went away for a short time to learn to be a teacher.
But she came back to teach right here.
She got married and raised a family right here. Our moms and dads had you as their teacher right here.
And we do too. So right here, we'd all like to say,
We love you, Mrs. Turner!
We're all picky about our produce, and whether you're a thumper, a sniffer, a squeezer, or just plain particular, we promise no one is more picky about produce than Food City. That's why we're introducing our Picky Promise. Whether it's from farms down the road or tropical produce from the ends of the earth, we guarantee it's fresh or we'll replace it. You see, we're picky about produce, so you don't have to be.
One of our great sponsors on Cyclone Football, again, the great folks at Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Joseph Taylor, tell us what it's all about.
Yes, sir. We specialize in short-term rehab or long-term care. We accept all major insurances. We accept Medicare, Medicaid. What we really love is people that come in that have had a knee replacement, hip replacement, come to Ivy Hall for some inpatient rehab. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We have a full-time respiratory therapist. And Tom, you can see I'm a big guy, so you know I like food. I know good food, and Ivy Hall specializes in home-cooked meals, three good meals a day. You can catch me every day right at the door getting my tray myself.
There you go. That's awesome. How do we find out more about Ivy Hall on social media?
Yes, sir. We have a Facebook page, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or a website, ivyhallnursinghome.com.
One of our great sponsors, folks. Glad to have them on board. Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, look who stopped by. Why would he not? He's the store manager. He is the king. He brought me some good, look here. I'd like to have something to wet me lips, and he brought it. That would be some good gray tap water, right?
Tap water.
Oh. Especially for me, right?
Especially, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been sitting on the shelf warming for the
There you
last
go.
hour.
For last hour?
Yeah.
It's not even hot. It's not even cold water. It's just
No.
tap water.
Back to the good old days.
Son, if you're feeling good about yourself, come out here to Dale. He'll humble you real quick. So there you go. He'll bring you down a peg or two. Drinking hot. Actually, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to go with what I brought. Food Club raspberry water. You ever drank this?
Yes.
Good stuff, buddy. Now that hits the spot. How are you? Haven't been out here for a while. Everything good?
Doing good, doing good.
Good. Life treating you good, I hope?
Yes.
Good. Well, where do we start? Let's start. We'll get to groceries in a minute, I guess. We better talk about the Reds. It won't take long. We're a Reds fan. So what do you think?
We're on a 3-game winning streak.
That's about all we can say. Okay,
Yeah.
so they're not very good. You know that. But you're going to follow them. I know. You're a Red.
Don't give up hope.
No. You what?
Don't give up hope.
Well, I'm not giving up hope. I'm just a realist. So,
Yeah, got a bunch of young people.
yeah.
Need to bring up some people, I believe.
Yeah.
They got some in the minors that should be coming up, I think.
Is Votto done?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. He'll
Been there,
probably
done
be-
that.
He'll probably be a Blue Jay next year.
Yeah. He'll be some. They'll trade him off.
Yeah.
Another guy I have on the show on Wednesday is Greg, my baseball guy. He's a big Reds fan. But we jokingly say just about every time I do a highlight, and I got some today coming up here in a little while, former Red Johnny Cueto, former Red Adam Duvall, former Red. I mean, they're all over the place.
Yeah, we've got superstars out there.
Everywhere. We've traded them all off, and now they're big-time players.
We could
So,
have the whole All-Star
Oh,
game.
they don't even get me started. So,
I know.
who is the starting? This is how little I know about the Reds. Who would be the starting? Who is the catcher for the team? I have no clue who these people are.
Well, you got Stevenson, that's the catcher, but he's playing catcher, playing first base, and playing designated hitter. They got 3 catchers on the
catchers.
roster right now.
Okay. Who would be the starting second baseman for the Reds?
And that's India, Jonathan India.
Jonathan India. So there you go.
Yeah.
All right.
And they've got that shortstop in Louisville that they
Yeah.
need to bring up. There's a couple of them down there, and they need another pitcher.
They need more pitchers. Yeah, they
They
need
got
some.
3 pretty good young ones, but the 4th one there, he's got like a 11 ERA.
They'll trade them off. They're in Oakland tonight, out on the left coast to battle the A's.
Yep.
So the Braves,
Yeah,
red
well,
hot.
They got a shot with the A's. The A's, I think, have only won like 5 games. So
It could be a good weekend for the Reds on the road trip. They start in Oakland. The Braves will be in New York against the Mets. Braves are the deal, dog.
Who?
Yeah, the Atlanta Braves. They can play.
Who?
Yeah, right? So
That's what I tell my mother. She's a big Braves fan.
you say
Talk
who?
about the Braves, and I'll say who?
Who? Is that Flipper Switch?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Loves them Braves.
Yes, she does.
All right.
She told me, Tennessee's going to have a license plate that you can get for the Braves starting next year.
Guess who's going to have one on her car? Your
Yes.
mama.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're going to buy it for her.
Probably.
There you go.
Whether I buy it or not, I will have to put it on the car. Or she get upset if I put it on upside down.
Oh. You will have the screwdriver applying the license plate to your mama's car. Yes.
yes.
The Braves license plate. Are you going to get a red one, or can you get a red one here?
I've not seen that you can get a res one, but
Yeah.
would I get one? No.
No. Tennessee ball football. What do you think? Hooker, is he going to go?
Hooker will go.
Okay.
I don't know if he'll go today. I figure.
Third round?
Yeah. Wright should go today, I would think, the wide receiver.
Yeah. I would think.
He would go today.
Yeah.
Hooker could go today. I think he's a sleeper.
Hooker is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what happened down in South Carolina, but until he got to that point, he was the most dominant, I feel like, dominant quarterback in the country because he just got it done game in and game out. And a rebuilding team. Yeah, Bryce Young's good, but he was expected to be good on a good football team.
Oh, yeah.
The Vols were still trying to prove themselves, and they did until he got hurt. I don't know what happened in South Carolina, but so it didn't go well, obviously. So
That's true. That's true.
But I think with his maturity and his arm and his he had the ability to get ready to sack him. He had the ability to escape, throw on the fly. I mean, the guy's very, very talented. So I think he's a sleeper too. What about Levis not going at all yesterday?
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. He didn't go, and Richardson went so high. I mean, that's.
You're not sold on Richardson. You asked me
No.
off air, said, why'd he go? And I said, I don't know. So
I mean, I
Excuse
could be wrong. That's why we're selling groceries.
that's why we're sitting here in Gray, and they're in New York doing whatever they're doing, wherever they're doing it.
That's right.
So making big bucks, and we're just kind of scraping along here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Day to day.
Day to day. Take it one day at a time. Sweet Jesus. There's a song. Take it one at a time.
People.
Huh?
Blue collar.
There you
working
got it.
people.
So, store looks good, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, looks very good. So, it's Deals for Days. We're talking to the Big Daddy Dale Hammond. At the bottom of the hour, in about 5 minutes, Doug Fritz joins us, talking the high school baseball and softball and soccer tournaments start next week. Hard to believe. Like the other day, we're talking football. Now we're talking high school baseball, softball, and soccer tournaments. And graduation's right around the corner. Football's at 112 days till kickoff. High school football, so hard to believe. Does it seem crazy we're talking Mother's Day? Seems like the other day we're talking Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It is.
It is.
Flies around. Keeps trucking. All right, Deals for Days. Tell me what you got, big dog.
Okay, we've got some Vidalia onions that are 79 cents a pound. Everybody likes the Vidalia onions. We've got USDA Select whole or half New York strip steaks for $6.99 a pound. We've got the Pepsi products. If you buy 4 6-packs, you get them for $3.25 a 6-pack. Wright's bacon is $6.99 for a 24-ounce package.
There you go.
We've got 8-pound bag of jumbo bacon potatoes for $6.99. JFG Special Blend Coffee for $6.49. Little Debbie cakes, we've got selected varieties of those, 3 boxes for $5. The Smart One frozen entrees are 5 for $10. If you buy 10 bottles of Powerade, you get it for 79 cents. If you buy 10 cans of Lux beans, you get those for 79 cents.
There you go. That's on the front.
Yep, and then flip over to the back. Our deli mustard potato salad is $2.99 a pound. Dietz and Watson Black Forest ham is $6.99 a pound. Pillsbury Grand frozen biscuits are 2 for $6. Pillsbury Crescent rolls or canned biscuits are 2 for $5. Nabisco Ritz toasted chips are 2 for $6. Kellogg's Kid cereals, Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, Frosted Flakes, they're $2.79 a box. Totino's pizza rolls, the 50-count bag, $3.99. Kraft string cheese, $2.99. Pillsbury soft baked cookies, 2 for $6. Kellogg's Special K pastry crisp are $2.69. Cheez-It crackers, $1.99. Betty Crocker fruit snacks, 2 for $5. Nature Made vitamin gummies, $9.99 a bottle. Food Club tomatoes, 75 cents a can. Sparkle paper towels or Angel Soft bath tissue, $7.99. And we got big pocket lighters, a 5-count pack for $3.99.
There you go.
And then we've got the ground chuck. If you buy $25 worth of store brands, you get it for $1.99 a pound.
Can't beat that.
That's a good deal.
So you've been at this a while. What are the jump out you can't miss? These are really, really good deals.
Oh, the ground chuck at $1.99 a pound. That's a real good deal. The jumbo bacon potatoes at $6.99. That's a real good deal. The Powerade, 79 cents a bottle. That's a real good deal. And those Totino's frozen pizza rolls at $3.99 for the 50-count bag. That's a real good deal also.
Do you have those from time to time at the Hammett House? Those
We do. When Mama says we're having them, that's what we're having.
we have them? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite pizza roll?
The pepperoni.
Pepperoni?
Yeah.
All right. We are live. Hello to Linda Pierce in Ohio. How you doing, lady, for watching the show? Thank you very much. We are live here again at Food City. Last week, I had Strickler to sing. I'd say value every day, and he'd go, Food City. You're not going to sing?
No.
No. The last time we were down there.
$185 million guaranteed.
Yep. You what?
$185 million guaranteed before I sing.
That's it. $185 million. I'll croon. Now, the last time I was down there with him, he said we had a peanut butter taste-off test between Jif and Peter Pan was on sale that week, and he thinks anybody that doesn't eat Peter Pan sissies. So we had a taste-off because I'm a Jif guy. And, you know, are you a Jif or Peter Pan guy?
Jif.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So, and he thinks we're sissies because anybody likes Jif. Then, before that, I was down there. He said, you know, America, we need to bob for apples. We don't bob for apples like we used to. So he goes and gets a bucket of water in front of God and everybody and put his head down in there and bobbed for an apple in the air. Went down and got one. Come out there and shook it and water. And he went in to get him.
Didn't mess up his hair. did
No, didn't mess up his hair. He keeps it pretty closely cropped, like shaved, right?
he? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My man went in and got apples. So, and was proud of the fact he got on the first time. So, then,
Did you participate?
no, I kind of emceed it.
Oh.
And the second go round, he said, America, he's crazy. He said, America, I'm going to cut the stems off. I'm going to go ahead and just bite the apple. And so he had to go way down in the bottom of the bucket and hold the apple down on use the floor of the bucket so he could bite and get a grip, bring it up out of there. And he did. So, 185 million, right? That's how it's going to roll.
Guaranteed.
That's how it's going to roll. So,
Cash.
cash on the barrelhead.
Cash.
We're going to split it. I'll go down. I'll get in there and water with you. But I'm going down the middle. What's half of 1,885 would be about 92.5.
Yep, that's good. And,
Yeah.
you know, we're on the muff system. Money up front.
Muff system. Money up front. There you go. All
We
right.
will count it. We will check it.
We will count it.
We
We'll-
have counterfeit pens. We will check it.
Yep, money up front. The muff method. I like that. So everything else going good. Now we got some. We call it general merchandise out on the front porch. We got some umbrellas and we got some in behind us. What are these big guys? Sasquatches?
Yeah,
That's what these guys are?
that's a bear.
A bear,
Back
but-
here we do have the Sasquatch.
Sasquatch, yeah.
We was told that is a direct reflection of Tom Taylor.
There you go.
They used
The mold.
Tom Taylor to mold the
Well,
Sasquatch.
why don't you? They can't see it. Why don't you get up and slide one over? They can see it. Would you? Can you do that?
I
before
can
you,
do that.
before you leave, or you can do it right now. Why not? Doug Fritz joins us coming up next. So the Sasquatch model that you can get here at Food City apparently was they used me as a mold, and that's okay. I didn't get any compensation for it, so there it is. Notice the Notice the resemblance. So my nose, my face, my eyes. I can see it. You see the resemblance?
I do.
Yeah, I do too. So there you go.
Back here to let him keep an eye on you.
That's it for the whole show. Just have him over my shoulder.
Yeah, you have him looking out over your
That's it.
shoulder.
Keep me look. So every now and then I just go like this, and there's Sasquatch. So
Yeah, we've been having a good time with these things.
you've been selling them.
Oh yeah, we've been selling them and we've been playing with them.
There you go. There it is,
There it is.
Sasquatch. Come back a little while, I hope.
I will.
Good. Let's come
Me
back.
or Sasquatch 1 will be back.
Yeah. Will you have time to look at? Well, you won't have time to look and see because you're running the store. I think the draft starts again tonight at 6 or 7 o'clock. I'm not
7
sure.
o'clock, I believe.
7 o'clock. Come back and let's take a look, can we?
Sure.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Doug Fritz will join us coming up next, talking, as we said, high school baseball, softball, and soccer tournament time next week. We'll do that right after this. We're live at Food City and Gray, show number 1845 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
My name is Michael Vance, Vice President of Advanced Heat Pump Systems. Advanced Heat Pump Systems has been open and providing service for over 35 years. The services we provide are installation and service of home heating and cooling systems. Our company's goal is to provide quality service for our customers. The reason you should hire Advanced Heat Pump Systems is because we offer a dependable, quality, trained technician to service your heating and air conditioning.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, let's go to the phone. He's there, our buddy Doug Fritz, John City Press, Kingsport Times News sports writer. Good morning, my good friend. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Doing great. It is winding down. It's hard to believe. I was saying this before I called you. You look at, football, you blink, you got basketball. Now you're talking high school baseball, softball, and soccer tournament. Graduation's right around the corner. Spring football's going on in some of the schools now for high school, so it just doesn't stop, does it?
No, and then the speed of it is pretty amazing, especially the spring sports. I just started doing stats these last couple of weeks, and it was just like we were just, basketball ran so long with the state championships and stuff, and then, before you know it, there's 2 weeks left in the regular season in baseball and softball and soccer. It's just crazy.
It is crazy, absolutely. So let's start with baseball. There's some games going on today. We'll talk about that, in fact, this weekend, all the way up through Monday, and then the tournament started. Everybody kind of clears things out and gets ready for the tournament. But at this point, clearly in baseball, the Big Five Conference, the team are the Science Hill Hilltoppers. You've seen them. Nate Connor just signed scholarship papers. They're a great pitcher to go play at Walters State next season. But this baseball team is the real deal, aren't they?
They are. They've got so much depth, and they'll go as far as their pitching allows them to go in the postseason. The one good thing about this Science Hill team, this is the perfect year for them to have the type of team they have. And what I mean is, in previous years, they've pretty much had a guy who they can pretty much put out on the mound and feel like they can beat anybody. And so that kind of got you through the way this year. This year's team, they don't really have a guy that's just going to go out there and for sure they're going to hold the other team to 1 or 0 runs. And there's some very, very good pitchers, Nate Connor, Ryan Smith. But this is a Science Hill team that doesn't have to win every game in the postseason. You've got double elimination in the district, you've got double elimination in the region, and you got best of 3 in the sectional. And this fits in perfectly because they've got such good depth in the pitching rotation. So it's going to be interesting, but the things are set up for them to have a successful postseason if they continue to hit the ball like they have all season.
We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. Here's the verse of the day out of the Old Testament, 1 Chronicles 29, 11, 12, and 13. This is awesome. Yours, O Lord, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the majesty and the splendor. Wealth and honor come from you. You are the ruler of all things. In your hands are strength and power to exalt and give strength to all. Verse 13 says, Now Our God, we give you thanks and praise your glorious name. That's pretty good right there, sir. 1 Chronicles 29, 11, 12, and 13 are verses of the day, and always dedicate the show to him. I unashamedly do that, and can't go wrong with 1 Chronicles 29, 11, 12, and 13, sir.
Yeah, and the thing about that verse, and it talks a lot about God's glory and God's sovereignty, and I think even we as Christians, sometimes we fail to recognize in our minds that He is in control. We try and do things ourselves, and we get frustrated. And I'm pointing at myself here, but God is in control. He's on His throne, and He's got the world in His hands for sure. We just need to remember that.
Well put, sir. Can't top that. You're exactly right. 1 Chronicles 29, 11, 12, and 13 are verse today. We're talking to Doug Fritz. Baseball, Upper Lakes Conference, Tennessee High, the big dog. Then comes, well, let's finish out the big five. You got Science Hill, Westridge, DB, Daniel Boone, and Crockett in that order. It may change between now and tournament time, but again, Science Hill's the big dog. Westridge, DB, and Daniel Boone, they're out there fighting it out, aren't they?
They are, and it's going to be interesting. Westridge has that lockdown pitcher in Drew Hoover, and DB's been hitting the ball all over the ballpark all season long, and Daniel Boone has been up and down, but when they've been up, they've been able to compete with anybody, including Science Hill. I mean, they're right on the verge of pulling off an upset the other night against them. So I think, I think any one of those three teams could make a splash here, and it's not going to surprise me. The only thing that would surprise me in the district is if Science Hill doesn't make the region. It's not going to surprise me who joins them in the region, unless it was Crockett. And I only say that about Crockett because they don't have. I don't think they've had a tough season, haven't won a lot of ball games, but I don't know if they have the pitching depth to navigate all the way through a district tournament. But if it's Boone, Westridge, or DB going along with Science Hill, none of that would surprise me.
We're live here at Food City in Gray. Upper Lakes Conference baseball. Tennessee High, number 1. Unicoi County, the number 2 seed. Elizabethton right now the 3 seed. Then comes Sullivan East and Volunteer. That one's a wide open tournament. Everybody's kind of beat up on each other all season long, so that one's very much up in the air.
I think so. I think, if you're going to pick a favorite, it's going to be Tennessee High, just because of what they did last year, and they continued on that great season this year. But I think Unicoi County is as dangerous a team as there is in the area. They beat Science Hill the other day, so that kind of proves it. And I think that Elizabethton has found their footing a little bit. And then you got Sullivan East, when they got Mitchell on the mound. I mean, they're going to be tough. So you're right, it's wide open, and Tennessee High, I think, has got a great shot to grab a region berth, and then I think Unicoi County is right there with them, and then Elizabethton or East, they've got some proving to do there, and Volunteers have to fall some upsets to get there.
In the Three Rivers baseball, Chucky Doak right now in the catbird seat, 1 game ahead of West Green, then it comes South Green, Johnson County, and then Happy Valley. What's your take on the Three Rivers Conference tournament?
I think, just Chucky Doak has just kind of been the team I kind of felt like is going to be able to navigate their way through that district. But I kind of think that, South Green and West Green have shown some signs this year. Happy Valley, would it be a stretch for them to race through there and get a region berth? Same thing for Johnson County, but because there's no big dog in that league, there could be whoever the number 2 team, maybe there's a team that sneaks through. Maybe it's the Johnson County that sneaks through and gets to the region.
We're talking to our buddy Doug Fritz, the Johnson City Press Kingsport Times news sports writer. We appreciate him very, very much. Then we go to the Watauga Valley Conference. University High, 6-0. They've nailed it down, obviously. Hampton in 2nd, North Green 3rd, and Unaka in 4th. Watauga Valley Conference, it's Hampton or University High's to lose, right?
It sure is. I mean, they've got a very good team. They're playing everybody. They play Tennessee High. They're playing DB. They schedule big, and it usually pays off for them come postseason time because instead of seeing that kid that throws 84, 85, they're seeing a lesser fastball in the postseason, but they're used to the better fastball, so they can really have really get things done in the postseason. They'll go as far as their pitching carries them, though, because that's, as anything else goes in the postseason. They've got a good lineup, but they're going to have to get good pitching performances to get back down to Murfreesboro.
Let's take a look at the schedule today. In fact, University of Iowa, speaking of the Bucks, are playing at Dobbins Minute tonight. Cocke County at Science Hill, Greenville at Westridge. Need to check these for the weather. We had a lot of rain yesterday, and we've had some rain this morning. Cyclones will be at Crockett tonight at a 7 o'clock first pitch. Cherokee at Volunteer. You have Johnson County at Hampton. South Green hosting Cosby, and Chucky Doak baseball at Pigeon Forge against the Tigers. Softball.
Well, and let me jump in there with you. I think Boone and Westridge, I believe that's the reason Greenville and Westridge was postponed. I think Boone and Westridge are going to try and get their game in tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Well, because that's a big game before tournament seedings, no question. So Greenville and Westridge has been canceled, and Boone and Westridge will play, according to you just heard Doug. In the softball Big 5 conference, Daniel Boone, Dobbins, Minute, Crockett, Westridge, and Science Hill right now in that order. Daniel Boone wins the conference at 9-1. Pretty strong team for Jerry Jenkins again, right?
Yeah, and the thing about what Boone's done is that I didn't maybe see that was going to happen early in the season, and I didn't have them ranked number one there for a time. I had DB number one because I felt like DB had the pitching that was going to carry them through. But Daniel Boone has trotted out 3 kids, and Kaylee Quisenberry and Ava Saul and Kaylee Osborne, that have done tremendous work in the circle this year. And with the type of defense that they play behind their pitchers, you've got a good team here because that lineup's stout. I mean, they got some blasters in there, including the best hitter in the area, Macy Masters. And, that's a great lineup. And I think Boone, if their pitching continues on the same level it's been throughout the last 2/3 of this regular season, they got a chance to go big time far in this year. So we'll see how that plays out.
Softball, Upper Lakes Conference, Elizabethton at 5-2, Volunteers 5-2, Unicoi County 5-3, Tennessee I 3-4, Sullivan East and the Cellar 0-6. So, Doug, I think this tournament's wide open. I guess Elizabethton will be the favorite, but you got Addison Fisher on the mound for Volunteer. You've got a chance every time out. She's unbelievable strikeout lady. You've got her stats here in the paper for today, but she's absolutely tearing it up. And so, it's kind of a wide open tournament, is it not?
Yeah, it certainly is because Elizabethton's got that great lineup, and Unicoi County has started to hit the ball, and so they become a factor again. And Tennessee High has got just a really good overall team. They got the good pitcher in Riley Fields. But then, came back to Volunteer. They got the best pitcher in the league. And the other teams are going to have to beat her. And I don't just mean her, but they're going to have to beat Volunteer with her in the circle. So, to me, I mean, if you're looking, I'm kind of old school, so I'll lean on the favorite with the team that has the best pitching. And I feel like that's Volunteer with her in the circle now. How they do things in the postseason and how much they pitch her, that's up to Coach Strickler. But if they pitch her every game they play, then I think it's going to be tough to beat Volunteer. I think you give them a slight edge. But Elizabeth and Tennessee High, Unicoi are capable of beating Volunteer, and all 4 of those teams are capable of getting to the region. Now, Sullivan East is going to have to find a gear that they haven't shown. But that's a good tradition there. They've had some really good teams there, so I wouldn't completely count them out.
Three Rivers Conference Softball. We're talking to Doug Pritchett on the screen. We're live at Food City in Gray. Three Rivers Conference Softball. Chucky Doak 7-1. South Green with 2 losses. Johnson County 2 losses. Then comes Happy Valley and West Green. That tournament, I would think you'd skew towards Chucky Doak and probably South Green in that one, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think it is, but I feel like Johnson County because they were always tough when they were in the same league with Elizabeth and Unicoi and stuff. They were not an easy team to get rid of. They had some solid teams up there. I still like them as a threat to get to the region, along with Chucky Doak, and I don't discount South Green, but I just have a feeling that Johnson County is going to make a good run in the postseason. But we'll see how it plays out.
And then last in softball will be the Watauga Valley Conference. North Green at 7-0. They pretty well nailed it down. 2 losses for Unaka. Then comes Cloudland, Hampton, and University High. So the North Green Lady Huskies are the team in the Watauga Valley Conference in this tournament coming up. But I'm assuming Unaka, Hampton, and Cloudland can all cause trouble, and even UH can be a spoiler too.
Well, North Green's got the best player in the league, and it's Campbell Gaby. and her first name's Cambell. I always tend to want to throw that P in there like the normal spelling, I guess, that people most think of as Campbell, but she's a terrific pitcher and a good hitter, and that North Green's kind of rode her her successes throughout a terrific season, and we'll see. I mean, that's a team that if you look at what they've accomplished as far as haven't played a lot of games, but it looks like a team that could really go far in the postseason. But Unaka's there too, because Unaka's played such a tough schedule. So I would put them close to on par with North Green. The other three, Cloudland, Hampton, University High, are going to have to, kind of like Sullivan East, they're going to have to show a gear they haven't shown throughout the course of the regular season.
That is what you got going in softball. Now, soccer, in AAA soccer, Dobbins been at 6-1, Science Hill 5-1 than everybody else, Crockett, Daniel Boone, and Westridge. So, as it normally is at the top, it's the DB Science Hill rivalry, and they're not disappointing again this year either. DB and Science Hill are 1-2 in boys soccer in AAA.
Yeah, and I saw them play each other Wednesday, and Science Hill was just so tactically sound, and they played a terrific soccer match. And Dobbins Bennett's got talent too. I think that those teams will meet again in the final. I don't think there's much doubt on that. I think they're head and shoulders above the rest of the league, and so they'll meet again in the final. They meet again in the region final, but they've got some more work to do against each other, and they've split the first two games and first two matches, and we'll see how it goes from there.
AA boys soccer, Greenville 4-0, Unicoi County and Elizabethton 3-1. Then comes Volunteer, Tennessee High and East. So Greenville is the big dog, 4-0 and 11-1 overall. Unicoi County and Elizabethton chase them in second place, so that could be an interesting tournament too.
Yeah, especially who goes with Greenville, because Greenville is, they're state level big dogs, and I expect them to be in Murfreesboro. So who's going to coattail with them to go into the region? And I think, Elizabeth and Unicoi, and even Tennessee High, could still factor in that and make a push and Volunteer. I mean, Volunteer's got a kid that's leading the area in scoring in Cameron Cox, 27 goals. So, can't count them out.
Last one, single A, 3 teams. Chuckett Oak 3-0, University High Soccer 1-2, West Green Soccer 1-3. So it's Chuckett Oaks, I guess. They got a 2-game lead over the other two.
Yeah, it's Chuckett Oak, and I think that that's another team that has a chance to get down the road. They only have one loss, I think, and I believe it was the last night against Tennessee High was their first loss. And that's a really, really good soccer team. They should navigate the district pretty well. I think the region's usually pretty tough, depending on how things are still lined up the way they have been in the past. It's going to be tough in the region, but they should get through the district.
Your soccer yesterday, everybody else got rained out because of the obvious, but soccer did go. Science Hill beat Crockett 2-0. DB all over Westridge 9-0. Volunteer all over Cherokee 6-0. Tennessee High got by Chuckett Oak 2-1. Elizabeth and University High played a scoreless tie. And that is your soccer from yesterday. Today, Crockett at Boone and Sullivan East at Providence Academy. That's soccer. Failed to tell you baseball or softball. Softball has Tennessee High hosting Eastside, Virginia. Hampton, the Lady Bulldogs, going to Providence Academy. And the Tiny Day softball tournament starts today in Greenville. So that's what's going on there again in soccer and softball and baseball. So spring football practice going on around for some of the teams around the area. A lot of them are going to be kicking in over the next couple of weeks. I know Elizabethton's finished up their second week of spring practice. So 'tis the season. Any changes, rules, or anything coming up with the upcoming football season here we can talk about in April?
I was trying to think. There was one rule change, and it was the one where they got rid of the excessive holding penalty. Like, if you take the snap and the quarterback drops back and there's a holding penalty 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage and they throw the flag there, then you wind up being 1st and 26 because they mark it off from that spot. Well, they're not going to do that anymore. It's going to be 1st and 20. They'll mark it off from the line of scrimmage like they do in college and the NFL. And I think that's a good change because, sometimes you just, even if it's 1st and 22, 1st and 23, even that. But sometimes you'd have these 1st and 29 and stuff like that. And that was just no good. I'm glad they made that change. And I think there was another one too, but I think that was the main one that'll that what may not seem like much on the outside, but it can impact a game because sometimes, those, or especially like you have a holding penalty on second down. Let's say you're second and 10, you have a holding penalty on second and 10, you wind up second and 25. Very few high school teams are going to overcome that. And so, there's possession loss and, in a one-possession game, that can make the difference.
Absolutely. Doug Fritz, John City Press, Kingsport Times News. Great job, my friend. Thank you as always. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thank you, Tom.
Yep, good man right there. Appreciate him very much. Our buddy Doug Fritz, John City Press, Kingsport Times News sports writer. We are live here again, as we said. We are. We're on the road here at, again, we are, look here, there's my buddy. See the resemblance? That's Sasquatch. So there you go. Mr. Hammett put that there for me, so there you go. So it's good stuff. There's only one Dale Hammett. All right, let's run down some of the specials before we go to the break. Coming out of the break, we'll take a look at Major League Baseball from yesterday and last night and today. Pillsbury soft baked cookies, 2 for $6. The Kellogg Special K pastry crisps, $2.69. Betty Crocker fruit snacks, 2 for $5. The Cheez-It crackers, $1.99. Food Club tomatoes, 75 cents. Nature Made vitamin gummies for $9.99. You've got Sparkle paper towels for $7.99, and the Big Pocket lighters, 5-pack for $3.99. And up here on the top side of the sheet, you have the Deli Fresh mustard potato salad, Black Forest ham for $6.99. This is today, tomorrow at all Food Cities. We're in Gray. Pillsbury Crescent or Grand Biscuits, 2 for $5. Pillsbury Grand Biscuits, 2 for $6 here. Then you have the Nabisco, what is it? Nabisco Ritz Toasted Chips, 2 for $6. Kellogg's Kids Cereal, $2.79. And as Dale talked about, the Tatina Pizza Rolls, $3.99 at all Food Cities today and tomorrow. Quick break, we'll be right back. Mother's Day right around the corner. If you're looking for jewelry, we know the place. Yep. Let's go back and pick up one of her commercials she ran back in January, showcasing some things going on for Mom for Mother's Day, which is right around the corner on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We'll take a look at Major League Baseball coming up next. Hello, Carrie Reed. How you doing, lady? Thanks for watching the show. Again, we'll check in with Major League Baseball next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, live at Food City and Gray. Back with one of our great sponsors. Again, Sherry Holtzclaw with the Jeweler's Bench. Valentine's Day. Here we go. I'm going to be your Vanna show and tell. Yep. We'll start with this one first. Yep. And tell me about this, would you please?
So this is a yellow gold paper clip bracelet with diamonds.
Right.
It's $11.99.
Yep.
$1,199.
Yep. Got it in stock, ready to go. Sell a bunch of these, very popular. Here's the disclaimer every time we do this. Don't let this camera on the computer sway you about looking at this, because this thing's got a lot of bling to it. The camera just won't pick it up, I can promise you.
Prettier in person.
Oh,
always.
Absolutely. Thank you. That's a good way to say it. Prettier in person. At the Jeweler's Bench. All right. Number 2.
So these are sterling silver. They're half carat.
Whoa.
With diamonds.
Okay.
And those go for $299.
$299. Any lady looks smoking hot with those in her ears.
Oh yeah,
right?
I love the shape of them.
I do too.
They're not your typical diamond hoops.
Nope, they are not. I like them. $299. You know, I lose money every time you do this show. I end up buying stuff for people. So, but maybe not this year. Let's see what we got. So.
And then this is a sterling silver heart pendant.
Love that too.
With CZs, and it's $149.
Yeah, and again,
comes
it has
with the chain.
If you look at it right here, the lighting has a lot of bling to it. And there, not so much because the light's not there. We had a light back here bouncing off of it, which will when we come to the shop in a couple of weeks. There you go. That goes for how much?
$149.
$149.99. Love it. Okay, and I like these. These look really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are pretty.
Those are pretty. All right. What else do we have?
Okay, so we have this double heart sterling silver necklace with diamonds.
Okay. Double heart. Oh, look at this. They're intertwined. Look at that.
With paper clip chain, $249.
$249 with a paper clip chain to go with it. $249. Any lady would love to have that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
From their significant other.
Yep.
So $249.
Heart can represent her, and then her significant other.
There you go. It's a his and hers kind of thing going on, or a hers and hims.
Yeah.
Either way. $249.
$249.
$249. All right. Good. Let's do one more here.
So
then we'll-
always a good gift. These are
Pearls?
cultured pearls.
Yep.
$269.
$269 for the cultured pearls. There you go. Very nice. Available at the Jeweler's Bench. Social media, how do we find you?
Facebook and Instagram. And
All right.
then website is jewelersbench10.com.
Where are you physically located?
104 Broad Street, right across the street from Port Travis.
Yep. And the hours are open.
Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and then on Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Yep. One of our great sponsors, folks, Valentine's Day. Don't miss out, guys. Good time to get down to shop. And quantities are limited. At the Jeweler's Bench, one of our great sponsors of Tom Douglas Sports and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports and the Tom Douglas Sports Show.
This is Big Country, and this is
Just Tom. And this is the Big Country Sports Show. And we say,
Go Cyclones.
Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. And don't forget the tour of schools coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll be at each school in Elizabethton City Schools broadcasting live for an hour each day, showcasing the cool things going on at Harold McCormick, West Side Elementary, East Side Elementary, and, of course, T. Duggar Middle and Elizabethton High School. We'll be doing that in a couple of weeks, thanks to Northeast Community Credit Union. We're live here at Food City in Gray on a Food City Friday, ready to bring you to you the segment on Major League Baseball. Thursday, a big day for Shohei Ohtani, the Los Angeles Angel pitcher. On the mound, worst start of the season, 5 runs in 6 innings against the Oakland A's, of all people. He snapped a 79-inning homerless streak dating back to last August, gave up a couple of home runs, back-to-back. But at the plate, he went 3 for 5 with a single, double, and a triple, missed a home run by a couple of feet of hitting for the cycle. So he had a single, double, and a triple, missed a home run by about, they drove one on the warning track his last at-bat. So Shohei Ohtani, again, big day yesterday for the Los Angeles Angels, but in a losing cause. If you're a fan of the Pittsburgh Pirates, one of their legends, Dick Grote, passed away yesterday at the age of 92. Grote, born in Pennsylvania, played for the Pirates in nearly 2,000 career games. He batted .286, collected over 2,100 hits, 352 of those which were doubles. Also, 2-time All-American basketball player at Duke. He is a college basketball Hall of Famer, and his number 10 is retired by Duke. He was on the Pittsburgh Pirate broadcast team for 40 years. Color commentator on the radio for Pitt Panther College basketball for 40 years. Only recently retiring from the job. So he was a basketballer and, again, All-American at Duke and in the Hall of Fame. Dick Grote, gone at the age of 92. A little controversy in Atlanta. The Braves been watching the games, been celebrating home runs with this oversized hat this season they put on. When you come back to the dugout, they put this oversized hat on you. And they kind of strutted around and took it off, of course. That's been put to a stop because of a complaint from the league's official on-field hat manufacturer. Yep. Braves said they no longer can sport the oversized baseball cap to celebrate home runs after complaints from New Era, who did not manufacture the big hat being used by players in the dugout. I get this. The Braves began the celebration after More Than Sports, a local sports memorabilia collector, gave the hat to Ozzie Albies and A.J. Minter during the opening weekend. The Braves confirming they will no longer celebrate using that hat because it's not a hat from the official Major League Baseball manufacturer, New Era. So there you go. If you're looking for the hat celebration in Atlanta, not going to happen. It's over. Mitch Keller, Pirates, unbelievable. Mitch Keller struck out 10. Pirates 62 win over the Dodgers to win the series. The Pirates have won 9 out of 10. Their record at this point, the best in the National League. Unbelievably so, 18-8, the Pirates. Where will they be tonight for Pittsburgh? The Pirates, they open up a weekend series in Washington against the Nationals. Our 2 regional teams, the Braves, I guess Pittsburgh could be a regional too. It's not that far away. But the Braves open up a big series tonight in New York against the Mets at Citi Field. Max Fried on the mound for Atlanta tonight. Peterson will go for the Mets. The Reds, meanwhile, will be in Oakland to battle the A's. and the Pirates will be in Washington against the Nationals. Other games, one-day game, Kansas City will be in Minnesota, battle the Twinkies. Tonight under the lights, Baltimore, Detroit, Cubs in Miami, Pittsburgh at Washington, Seattle, Toronto, the Red Sox hosting Cleveland. Tampa Bay will be in Chicago to battle the White Sox. Yankees in Texas, good matchup there. The Angels in Milwaukee, Philadelphia at Houston, Arizona against Colorado, and the Cardinals will be at Dodger Stadium take on St. Louis. That's your Major League Baseball schedule for this Friday. Is it me? It's hard to believe it's a final Friday in April. It's hard to believe. Monday's May 1st. It's really hard to believe that it's going that quickly, but it is. It's flying around, and goodness. Our countdown to Christmas, we're at 240 days till Christmas. Unbelievable. So it keeps on, keep it on. All right, before we go to the break, again, it's deals for days at all Food City locations. And here's the bottom half of one of the sale papers on the front. Jumbo baking potatoes for $6.99 today, tomorrow. JFG Special Blend Coffee, $6.49, limit 2. Smart Ones entrees, 5 for $10, limit 5. Little Debbie snack cakes, limit 6. You have Powerade when you buy 10 or more at 79 cents. What a deal. And Lux Beans, when you buy 10 or more, you get them for 79 cents a can at all Food City locations today and tomorrow. It's called Deals for Days, today and tomorrow, at all Food City locations. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at some college football. Take a look at the draft, but we'll also look at some other things going on off the field. SEC's going to tighten up, run out on the field. They're going to punish the teams big time. Also, the college football playoff brackets have been set for a year from now. Everybody's getting geared up for that. All that coming straight ahead right after this time out from one of our great sponsors, good folks from Carter County Bank. We're live at Food City in Gray on show number 1845, as you see on the screen, of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
We're all picky about our produce, and whether you're a thumper, a sniffer, a squeezer, or just plain particular, we promise no one is more picky about produce than Food City. That's why we're introducing our Picky Promise. Whether it's from farms down the road or tropical produce from the ends of the earth, we guarantee it's fresh or we'll replace it. You see, we're picky about produce, so you don't have to be.
Millions of dollars of furniture in stock right now. Are you tired of hearing what you want is sold out? We have the largest selection of in-stock furniture in the area. We receive truckloads every day of special buys ready for you to pick up today or have delivered. Come get your new furniture at Cannon's Furniture in downtown Elizabethton.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show with Sasquatch. There you go. Let's get him on the screen so we can see him because he's... yeah. Yep, that's Adele Hammond for you. All right, college football. Herald will transfer quarterback Tyler Buckner. Left Notre Dame, has enrolled and headed to Alabama. Best available quarterback in the NCAA transfer portal. Trying to fix a glaring need. If you watch the spring game, and don't watch the highlights of it, they... Jalen Milroe and Ty Simpson struggled in the spring football game, and even Saban came out and said his endorsement wasn't real ringing strong, so left the door open for a quarterback transfer, and he did. Now, Tommy Rees, who recruited him to Notre Dame, who's now the new offensive coordinator, made a phone call, so won't you come play for Alabama? He has 3 years of eligibility left. So Tyler Buckner, transferring from Notre Dame, he's now in the camp for the Alabama Crimson Tide. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey said this week the conference is having meaningful discussions about adjusting its longstanding policy of on-field storming after games to address safety issues. All kinds of options they're talking about doing. SEC was mulling the idea that if fans stormed the field, their team would surrender home field advantage the next time they face that opponent. It's interesting. When asked if forfeiting a future home game was discussed, Sankey said it was identified as a possibility. They're going to present something to the May spring meetings in Destin, Florida next month. So we have, quote, unhealthy environments, says Greg Sankey, the the commissioner of the Southeastern Conference. Their policy on the field right now, or storming the court or the field, is the same since 2004. It's been in place for 19 years. First time you do it, school gets fined $50,000. The second time, $100,000, and the third time to do it, $250,000, $250,000 for every fine after that. The fine money is put into the SEC Postgraduate Scholarship Fund. So Greg Sankey, the SEC commissioner, said, nah, we're going to make it tougher. You're going to think twice before you storm the field after a ball game. So be interesting to see what they come up with. But forfeiting a future home game, you're talking about hitting below the belt on the billfold. Good grief. To have a team, let's say you storm the field against Vanderbilt, using that as an example. The team could surrender home field advantage the next time they play. So 2 years from now, when Vanderbilt's coming to Nashville, if that happened, and the way I'm reading this, you'd be going to Nashville, not coming to Knoxville for that game. So Vanderbilt would benefit for Tennessee running on the field because they'll get the game year after next. So again, it's all hypothetical, but it doesn't have to be Vanderbilt. Pick a team. Texas A&M. They play in Knoxville, and Tennessee storms the field. Well, let's go back to what really happened. Let's go back to the Alabama game where they did storm the field. All right, if this goes as they want it to go, or at least they're talking about going, then Tennessee would, in year after next, wouldn't play Alabama and Knoxville. They have to go to Tuscaloosa for storming the field. You're talking about putting some teeth into a rule or a law. I don't know if they can make it work. I would think there'd be some lawsuits flying on that one. But anyway, that's what they're talking about. That's one of the options. And they hope to have a concrete plan presented to the folks in the spring meetings coming up next month in Destin, Florida. Hello, sir. How you doing? I'm doing good. Thank you. The inaugural first-round games of the 12-team college football playoff will feature one game Friday, December the 20th of next year, and 3 games on the 21st. First-round games will be held at either the home field of the higher-seeded team or at another site designated by the higher-seeded institution. The bracketing will be number 12, number 5, number 11, and number 6. Number 10 will play at number 7. Number 9 will play at number 8. That's a year from now, in 2024. The 4 quarterfinal games and 2 playoff semifinal games will be played on a rotating basis. Next year, the 2024 quarterfinals will take place in the Fiesta Bowl, the Peach Bowl, the Rose Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl. And next year, the Cotton Bowl and the Orange Bowl will host the semifinals. The national championship next year will be played, actually in 2025, but it'll be the culmination of the 2024 season. They'll play it in Atlanta in January of 2025, and then the following year they'll play the national championship in Miami. So there you go. That's what's going on in college football. National Hockey League last night. Tampa Bay skates past Toronto 4-2. The New Jersey shuts out the Rangers 4-0. And Vegas beats Winnipeg 4-1. Vegas wins that series. Winnipeg's gone. New Jersey leads that series 3-2 over the Rangers, and Toronto leads the series now 3-2 over Tampa Bay. And those teams will play again later on this weekend. Who is playing tonight in the National Hockey League Stanley Cup playoffs? You have Carolina, New York against the Islanders. Carolina leads that series 3-2. Boston leads the series 3-2 in Florida. Bruins had the best record. Best record in the National Hockey League in the regular season, but is struggling a little bit. They still lead the series 3-2, but they're struggling a little bit in the series. They'll be at Florida tonight. Also, the National Hockey League will have Dallas skating in Minnesota. The Stars trying to end it. They lead that series 3-2. And Seattle will be hosting Colorado. The Avalanche trail that series 3-2 as well. That's what's going on in the National Hockey League coming up tonight in the Stanley Cup playoffs. We are live again at, everybody walking by looking at my buddy Sasquatch with a hat on. Yeah, I can see the resemblance. Dale said they used my face to make the mold for Sasquatch. So there you go. Well, I figure if he's picking on me, he's leaving somebody else alone, right? Here's the buy one, get one freeze this weekend at Food City. Here are the buy one, get one free. Food Club Spring Water, 24-pack. 24-pack of 16-ounce bottles. Buy one, get one free at all Food Cities this week. Food Club Shredded or Chunk Cheese, buy one, get one free. Wonder Bread, Wonder Buns or Bread, buy one, get one free. Blue Plate or JFG Mayonnaise, buy a jar, get a jar through Tuesday. RC Products, A&W Root Beer, RC Colon Diet Right, buy one, get one free, limit 6 through Tuesday. Food City, premium ice cream, buy one, get one free. And the Pick Sweet skillet or roasting vegetables, they too are buy one, get one free through Tuesday. Those are some of the specials going on at all Food City locations here on this Food City Friday. Quick break. We'll be right back after this. We're live again at Food City in Gray. We'll do that right after this from one of our great sponsors, the folks at Northeast Community Credit Union on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Tell us Northeast.
We've got all kinds of loans.
Tell us about it.
And so we've got auto loans and home loans. Both of those you can get pre-approved before you go shopping. So why not do that? You're in the driver's seat. You have control when you go to the dealership or you're going to look for a home. Get pre-approved. Call one of our loan experts at 423-547-1200 or apply at bemycu.org, and you can move forward with the pre-approval. And then we also have land loans up to 15-year terms. We have home improvement loans for renovations or remodel, such as a home HELOC, home equity line of credit.
Right.
And then we have personal loans such as a signature, shared secured, or debt consolidation. And a debt consolidation, basically, if you're wanting to raise your credit score, a shared secure will help do that. Debt consolidation is when you have the debt and you've had some bad times in your life, and everyone does. That's okay. When we consolidate your debt, I have seen it go up 60 points.
Really?
Yeah, in 6 months.
Wow,
yeah.
That's a jump.
Yeah, it is incredible.
Yep.
So that works if you want to build your credit. And then also we have recreational loans. Summer's coming up.
Yep.
ATVs are a huge hit right now. We could do loans on those. Campers, motorcycles, anything recreational, you come see us. And then we've got credit card for personal or business. And if you go on our website, it'll show you the cashback rewards and discounts that you can earn and what is the best fit for you. So you can learn all of that at bemycu.org.
There you go. We're talking to Andrea Lewis. And then you look at Credit Sense by Savvy Money. Tell me what this is all about.
Yeah, so you have all of your information at your fingertips in your home banking at Northeast Community Credit Union when you're a member. And Credit Sense allows you to determine, where is your credit score rating, what's your payment history, your credit card usage, what would you qualify for. It actually tells you the rate that we would give you as low as on an auto or anything like that. And it has a summary. It has a breakdown of, if you're looking to apply for another credit card, what's your balance, and then it would determine what your payment would be at this rate. It's incredible, and a lot of people don't know about it. And, you know, we call it certain things, but let's just call it Credit Score by Savvy Money.
There you go. Credit Sense or Credit Score by Savvy Money.
Yeah.
That's available at Northeast Community Credit Union. Social media, how do we find you?
You can find us at Facebook at Northeast Community Credit Union, or you can find us at Instagram, BeMyCU, and also we have a YouTube.
Locations?
We have one in Roe Mountain off of 19E, then we have one off of 19 in Elizabethton, and our main office is behind Elizabethton High School, and then our branch off of West Oakland Avenue in Johnson City behind Mellow Mushroom.
And the main phone number?
423-547-1200.
One of our great sponsors, folks. Appreciate it coming. Andrea Lewis, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Lewis Sports Show. Miss Lewis and the great folks at Northeast Community Credit Union. Thanks for being with us wherever you may be again on this Friday. Coming up tomorrow morning, the National Football Foundation Banquet will be coming up in Johnson City. And they're going to be 15 student athletes from across Northeast Tennessee will be recognized, and more than $7,000 in scholarships will be awarded tomorrow morning. It'll be at the Doubletree in Johnson City. 4 new members of the National Football Foundation Hall of Fame are going to be inducted tomorrow morning, I should say. Class of 2023 includes Ed Cyphers, be members of his family, he is deceased. Todd Collins of Jefferson County, Randy Sanders of Morristown East, and Ken Green of Daniel Boone, right down the road here. They're going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The athletes to be recognized tomorrow from Cloudland High School will be Gage McKinney. From Daniel Boone, Ben Shrewsbury, the kicker. From Crockett, Chase Shrek. From Dobbins Minute, Jake Carson. From Elizabethton, Nate Stevens. Also tomorrow from Greenville, Brady Quillen. From Hampton, Levi Lunsford. From Happy Valley, Bronson Norman. From Johnson County tomorrow morning, Grennan Walker. From North Green, Corbin Hayes. From South Green, Hunter Berkey. From Tennessee High, Evan Bidwell. From Unaka, Landon Ramsey. Ethan Turner will be from West Green, and from West Ridge will be Cater Puck. That's all going on tomorrow morning at Doubletree in Johnson City, the National Football Foundation. The Mountain Empire chapter of the National Football Foundation, announcing its annual awards banquet tomorrow morning at 9:30 at Doubletree Hotel in Johnson City. I think it's really, really cool. So, congratulations to those student athletes. We'll get some moolah. And they should. They've earned it. They're good people. Those are good kids. All right, let's take a look at Major League Baseball, the standings heading into the action this weekend. Tampa Bay in first place in the East, 3.5 game lead of the Orioles, are 21-5. In the Central, Minnesota 2.5 better than Cleveland. In the West, Texas and Houston are dead even at 14-11, and the Angels right behind them, a half game out. Good division in the American League West. Texas and Houston tied, and the Angels a half game out. In the National League, Braves 2 games better than the Mets. They play each other starting tonight in New York. In the Central, the Pirates are the best record in the National League with a game and a half lead over Milwaukee. And in the West, it's tight there, too. Arizona 1 game better than the Dodgers, and the Padres a game and a half back. So the American League West and the National League West, very, very competitive right now. Tom Douglas Sports Show coming up on Monday. We'll be at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton, and then Monday night will be senior night for Cyclone Softball taking on Cherokee. We'll go on air at 5:15 with first pitch at 5:30. Again, senior night tomorrow night. Monday night. Baseball tournament starts next week. It's Thursday night at Cardinal Park in Johnson City. The Cyclones, at this point, would play Unicoi County. That can change. There's still some teams playing some wrap-up games to finish things out. But, again, that's what we're looking at. Monday night, softball, Cyclones and Cherokee for senior night. And the opening round of the tournament, which will be double elimination, at Cardinal Park in Johnson City, which is a really cool venue to watch a game and call a game. And so that'll be coming up on Thursday of next week. We're here at Food City in Gray. Quick break, back with more. We've got coming up, bottom of the hour, going to be joined by Jeff Birchfield talking NASCAR. The lads of NASCAR this weekend in Dover, Delaware, racing there on what they call the Monster Mile. And you got some guys that have made a lot of history there, been very successful at Dover, and we'll talk about that when we get Jeff on there coming up here in just a few minutes. All right, let's see here. I want to get real quick. Yep. Yeah, here we go. That's what I want to talk about. Here is the Bakery Deli. Yep. Bakery Fresh Brownies. Can't even say it. Bakery Fresh Brownies through Tuesday for $4.99. Made fresh in the bakery sandwich cookies for $5.99. Fruit half pies, not full pies, but half pies, $4.99. That's a great deal. French bread for $2.99. In the deli macaroni salad through Tuesday on the sale paper for $3.99. The Rosario's selected varieties of Rosario's pizza, 2 for $12. And the peppered turkey breast right now, the Bistro Deli Classic, sliced any thickness you want, $7.99 at all Food Cities. Then the meals for two, which is a really cool thing. There it is, the meals for two. 2 for $12 at all Food Cities through Tuesday. Got some great deals going on. Then out of the produce department, you have fresh cucumbers, 69 cents a piece. Grape tomatoes, $1.89 a pint. Heads of lettuce, $1.49. Tomatoes on the vine, $1.69. And mini peeled carrots. Mini peeled carrots, 99 cents at all Food Cities through Tuesday. We are today at Food City in Gray on show number 1,000. You see on the screen 1,845. We will take a break. We'll come back and we will visit. Actually, before we go to the break, I want to tell you, you need to be bidding on these items because it's through next Tuesday. Also, here's a car show I want to tell you about. We had Gary Rowe on. The car show tomorrow at Fairview Baptist Church, Watauga. Let's see here. Here we go, right here. Bum, 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 bum. This goes through, there's two of them. This one goes through Tuesday. Here it is, the online quality firearms and auction event going on through Tuesday at collinsandcompany.info. You see it started last Monday. It goes through next Tuesday at 6 o'clock. You have up for bid to win Winchesters, Rugers, Colts, Smith & Wessons, Rugers, I mentioned Rugers, and Renkos. These are obviously gun models and ammunition. collinsandcompany.info through next Tuesday at 6 o'clock. And here's the online auction event that goes through next Wednesday at collinsandcompany.info next Wednesday. And you have a great selection of home decor, antiques, furniture, pictures, pillows, chairs, desks, cabinets, cedar chests, ladies' clothing, glassware. 600 lots in this auction. They all start at $1 a bid. So several great items for antique booths, homeowners, and items for retail sales. Online only liquidation auction. collinsandcompany.info is where you go. collinsandcompany.info, and this goes through next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Tomorrow, car show, Fairview Baptist Church in Watauga. Tomorrow. Fourth annual Fairview Baptist Church car show tomorrow from 10 to 3. They'll have barbecue concessions, open show to anything with wheels. It's a donation. It's a fundraiser for the youth to go on a mission trip to make a difference in Mississippi this summer. Here it is, the fourth annual Fairview Baptist Church car show. Tomorrow, Watauga Road. You see it from 10 to 3. It's free for you to take in, of course. Only thing it's going to cost you would be, if you're just coming to watch, you go and look and peruse through the cars, would be if you want to get something to eat. Now, if you want to show your vehicle, anything with wheels, you can do it. From a motorcycle to SUV, station wagon, whatever you got, antique, muscle car, whatever it is. Then there's a donation to the youth to help that because it's a fundraiser. Now, I'll keep a straight face looking at this guy. Sasquatch, by the way, his price point is $250, $249 for Sasquatch. He is metal. And there he is. That's all I'm going to say about that. Quick break. Back after this. We are live, as we are, on the road, Food City and Gray. We'll be right back after this from our buddy Justin Smith from Physical Therapy Services on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Sponsors of Cyclone Sports on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Not one, not two, but 3 office locations. Tell me about it.
We're crazy enough to offer 3 locations, but that's what the people of Carter County need. So we've got our office at 1975 West Elk Avenue that's right beside our beautiful revamped VFW that we offer orthopedics and sports. We're getting ready to start a pelvic floor therapy at that office as well. At our 1500 location, West Elk Avenue, beside of the wonderful Waffle House where everybody can go and get it scattered, covered, and chunked. We offer our pediatric stuff with our physical therapy and occupational therapy with our therapists there. And then we also have a new location that's been open for a year now in Roan Mountain, taking care of our fine folks up there in the highlands of Roan Mountain, doing orthopedics and sports as well.
Things you offer, folks out there will go, I didn't know they did that. What's some things out there folks may not know?
So people are amazed at what all that we're able to treat and get better with physical therapy and with occupational therapy. It's not just mobility, it's not just strength, it's taking care of pain issues. We're dealing with vertigo on a daily basis, pelvic floor issues with stress incontinence, pregnant females with the aches and pains that come along with pre-pregnancy and post-pregnancy as well. We're getting ready to start that program here in the next couple months as well. Pediatric issues, whether it's autism, Asperger's, it's delayed mobility, toe walking, torticollis. I mean, it would take me all day to list all the issues that we deal with, but we get the people taken care of and we get them better.
A lot of folks out there doing what you do, but we feel like you're the best. What separates you, do you feel like, from all the XYZ competition?
Well, that's a fantastic question. We've been doing it longer than anybody else.
Right.
And we've been doing it longer than anybody else, and we've been doing it better than anybody else. State-of-the-art equipment, state-of-the-art research. We're up to date with all the new bells and whistles that are out there, the new treatment techniques that are being used across the world. We're trying to bring those to the wonderful people here in Carter County.
Yep. How do we get a hold of you? Social media?
Social media, we're on Facebook. You can feel free to call or stop by any of our offices at any time. You can call my office at 543-0073, our pediatric office at 543-2215, and I've completely forgotten the number for the Roan Mountain office right now.
But those other two will get you started.
Absolutely.
They can connect you to them.
Just call us and let us know what you need, and if we can't help you, we'll put you in touch with people that can.
You got it. One of our great sponsors, folks. Love promoting these folks every game we do it. Again, with Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Dr. Justin Smith and the great folks at Physical Therapy Services. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're live at Food City and Gray. Let's go to the phonies there. Our buddy Jeff Birchfield. Again, sports writer, Johnson City Press, Kingsport Times News. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Doing well, Tom.
Yep. Thank you for checking in with us. We're racing in the Monster Mile this weekend. What's before we get into all the particulars about the drivers and who's done good, not done well, and all that? Tell us about the track. It's kind of a different bird, isn't it, up there in Dover?
Yeah, it's sort of like Bristol. It's one of the 2 concrete tracks, they go to. Fast track, like Bristol is. It's a mile long. It doesn't have quite the banking of Bristol, but it's still a lot of similarities there as far as the drivers, as far as the sensation of speed and all that you get, racing there.
Richard Petty won the first race there, then won 3 of the first 4, and had 7 total in his win column for the King, Richard Petty. The all-time winningest driver there is Jimmy Johnson. David Pearson, Rusty Wallace, and Jeff Gordon all won 3 straight races at Dover, so there's been some success there, obviously. It's a tough place to run. A lot of the drivers say they like it. Some don't like it, but it's the high bank, 24-degree turn, short straightaways, also banked to 9 degrees. And so, it's beating and banging. For folks out there going, okay, what's the difference between asphalt and concrete? When you're driving on concrete or racing on concrete, how's that different than racing on asphalt?
Well, it's a little rougher, as far as the cars and equipment and all that. I mean, it's quite a toll on those vehicles there. I mean, it's a 400-mile race. So it's a pretty physical race that those guys have there at Dover. So especially, like we're talking the way the track's shaped and all, it's a lot of G-forces on the driver. I mean, it's one of those they can't relax a lot at that track.
We are live here. We're relaxing. We're at Food City and Gray talking to our buddy Jeff Birchfield. So Martin Truex Jr., one of the guys that does well there. He's won there 3 times. He's a 3-time winner at Dover. Who else does well, active drivers at Dover?
Yeah, as far as active drivers, Kyle Busch, he's been a guy who's had some success there in the past. Chase Elliott, I think, is a guy who could, he's needing to win this weekend. I think it's going to be a race where he comes through and, after, he missed those races with the injury and all that. So I think he's could be a definite contender there. Looking at some of the other guys, I think you always got to look at Penske cars. Joey Logano's a guy who could be tough to beat there this weekend as well.
What about Brad Keselowski? Does he do well at Dover?
He does, but, the thing with Brad, since he has been with the RFK deal, they're still trying to get that program sort of up to snuff with some of the other top teams there. Another guy that's as far as the 40 game, Kevin Harvick over here.
We're talking to our buddy Jeff Birchfield. We're live again at Food City and Gray. So, to win at Dover, what do you got to do? What's the strategy to win at Dover?
Well, I think it's sort of a little bit like a short track as far as staying out of trouble, because they do have tendencies to have some pretty good wrecks there. Like I said, you've got to take care of your equipment and all. I think, try to, like I said, it's hard to conserve there at all because it is such a fast track, but I think it's a track you got to be really smooth and not make a lot of mistakes, especially not only drivers, but I think on pit road too. Crews have to be on top of the game at Dover.
With all the young drivers, the guys, I wouldn't say they're inexperienced, but they're not veteran drivers. Does that kind of dice things up a little bit to have guys out there making a whoops mistake, going, shouldn't have done that because I'm the newbie and trying to learn the track. So having all these young drivers, does that create more excitement on the track and on the circuit?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not just the thing of maybe them making a mistake or whatever. They're just so aggressive, some of these guys. You've heard some of the better drivers like them, and like Kyle Busch talking about, how just these guys really are not giving anyone race when they're out there. They're just, sticking their nose in there and putting a lot of, pressure on the veteran drivers. And then they're also, themselves, they're really pushing the limits of the car and, just style of racing.
We're on to Jeff Birchfield. So that's the Cup Series. What's going on in the Xfinity Series? They're racing this weekend as well.
Yeah, I mean, they're coming off a big weekend, at Talladega where Jeff Burton won for the second time and stuff. So, Dover a little more back and forth and all that. I think you've got some guys there who could maybe come through with a big win. That guy who's not won this year, but I think has been running well and maybe due for a win, is Riley Herbst. That's for NASCAR. He seems to be like, coming on pretty strong lately.
We haven't talked about it lately, but the ladies in NASCAR. I know, of course, Danica's been out of it for several years now. So, are there any ladies on the horizon going to make their mark in NASCAR coming up through the ranks?
Yeah, there's a couple. Amber, I was trying to remember how to pronounce her last name. She's running in the ARCA series. A lot of people are, high on her and all. Some of them faded a little bit, like Natalie Decker and Taylor Deegan. I mean, I don't know with her. I mean, I sometimes wonder if she's more focused on being a YouTube star than a race car driver. I just don't know how that's going to work out for her.
We're talking to our buddy Jeff Birchfield. Again, we're live at Food City and Gray. So you look at on the front page, you got Chad Fincham announcing he'll race at Darlington. It's a pretty big deal, isn't it?
Yeah, former King Sports Speedway champion, so got a deal there with MBM Motorsports. that team, they were racing Xfinity Series pretty much full time in 2019 and 2020, and then the pandemic hit. It just killed the sponsorship and all. So Chad, been put out of the race car for the most part. So, he's excited about getting a chance to race at Darlington, although that's a tough track to try to come back to when you haven't been in a race car for a long time. It's like Dover. It's one of the toughest tracks, on the circuit.
Most of us don't know how that works. So you're in a car, you're not successful, they jerk you out of the car and you're done. You go with somebody else, and I get that. It's it's a performance-based sport, and we know that. But then what do you do, or how tough is it to turn around and get back into another? I mean, do you have to start beating on doors? Do they come to you? Do you go out and go, okay, look, here's my resume, and I'm better than I showed? I mean, how does a Chad Fincham or somebody else, for that matter, once you're taken out of a car, what do you do, and how tough is it to get back in another one?
It is tough, The deal with Chad there, it's actually the same team he's been with. Like I said, what happened with them is really, it's performance-based to a degree, but, that team's not expected to run like, Stuart Haas Racing or Richard Childress Racing or one of the top teams there. That people know they don't have the funding to do that, but Chad was performing really solidly in that. But after the pandemic, it just, all these companies, just started, with their funding and all that. Of course, a lot of them lost a lot of money, during the pandemic. So, they cut their advertising and sponsorship budget. So that's really what happened to that team. And now they're just starting to, try to build that back with some new sponsors and all.
Well, there's so much pressure to win, and you got all these young guys and girls coming up trying to make their mark. I just wonder, once you lose your ride, it usually, you've said it's pretty tough to get it back. You have to do some wheeling deals and some finagling, right?
Yeah, and sometimes, and unfortunately what happens with some drivers are once they lose a top ride like you're talking about, then they'll race for some teams that don't have the funding, and it just sort of drags them down further and further. I was thinking back in the day, a guy a lot of people were high on, including myself, Casey Atwood. He was a driver out of Nashville, and he really had a good opportunity. Was racing with Ray Abraham's team, but things didn't work out, and he just never got another opportunity in the sport and stuff. Unfortunately, it's more than just driving ability. A lot of it, is the marketability and stuff like that. That's part of it, that drivers have to, do the things to try to make themselves appealing to sponsors to be able to sell their products not only on the track, but, when they're off the track and off.
What about Trevor Bain, the young man out of Knoxville? What's he doing these days? Is he out of racing?
No, he's actually, he's with Fox. He's on the show NASCAR Race Hub and stuff, but I actually talked to Trevor a few weeks ago. He was in Knoxville, and he's got a deal coming up here in the fall where he's got at least a couple races where he's going to do, and hopefully, more than that. He raced a few times last year for Joe Gibbs Racing. Wasn't able to win, but he had some, strong runs and some pretty good finishes, in those Joe Gibbs Racing Toyotas.
We're talking Jeff Birchfield. We're live at Food City in Gray. So you went with the BMS folks last week, I guess it was, down to Nashville. What was that all about, and what all happened down there?
Yeah, they're promoting the race down there, Nashville Super Speedway. As you know, Nashville Super Speedway actually used to be owned by the same company that owns Dover, but it was bought by Speedway Motorsports, which is the parent company of BMS. And so the BMS people are, helping them promote their race and, do the work on that. Those guys are so busy right now, as far as like Anthony and Becky, some of the people that work at BMS, because they're not only working events at their own track, like they've got the Thunder Valley Nationals drag race coming up, they're also helping out with the All-Star race over in North Wilkesboro, and also helping out, like I said, with Nashville with Super Speedway and stuff. So down there that day, they'll promote, the races coming up. They had Chris Busher, who actually is also the defending champion of the night race up here at Bristol. Then they had Josh Williams, who got a lot of publicity when he got mad at NASCAR, parked his car right there at the start-finish line at Atlanta. And then Ben Rhodes, who, won the Truck Series championship a couple of years ago.
We're talking to Jeff Birchfield. So if you could wave the magic wand, do you see racing back in Nashville? Do you think that's where we're headed? Think it's going to happen?
Well, they've been racing, there at Super Speedway for a couple of years, and yeah, I think definitely there. And then I know the fairgrounds, of course, Bristol's involved in that, and if everything gets passed, with still got a couple of votes they got to get by as far as, politics and stuff with the city government down there. But I think if they get through that, I think that's actually a place where the NASCAR All-Star Race, at North Wilkesboro this year, I think it could end up at Nashville Fairgrounds, here in a couple of years.
That'd be pretty cool. So
yeah, and the thing about the fairgrounds excites everybody so much is, Nashville Super Speedway is actually closer to Murfreesboro. It's more about 20 miles outside the city, actually. But I mean, the fairgrounds, it's right there at the Tennessee State Fairgrounds, so it's like right inside the city, and also, it's only 2 or 3 miles from downtown.
We're talking to Jeff Birchfield. We're live here at Food City and Gray on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. So back to Dover. Who's your favorite? Who do you think may be the dark horse to win this weekend at the Monster Mile?
I'm going to go with the guy you would pick a lot because, he's just got the momentum. I mean, I know as a way he won the race, I mean, Talladega's such a crapshoot, but I think Kyle Busch is definitely, that team's on a roll right now. I think that they definitely could be a team that can pull it off again this week. And then I guess as a dark horse pick, I was about to say Ryan Blaney. You can't really call him a dark horse because he's due for a win and he's with Team Penske. I'll go with Harvick. I mean, he's been out of victory lane for a while now, but his last season, I think Kevin's got a chance of winning up there at Dover.
All right, I'm going to go with Kyle Busch to win it. I'm going to go with the guy that I would consider a dark horse, I guess. Maybe not. It's just when I say dark horse, maybe a long shot to win it would be Chris Buescher. So did I do good or not?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I guess one other thing that's talking about NASCAR, of course, Alex Bowman now going to be out of the car for a few weeks after being in that sprint car wreck just a couple of days ago. And so Josh Berry, he's getting to get behind the Hendrick Motorsports car again here for a few more weeks.
So do you see that rule changing? Because we had this talk when you were with me out at Phil's Dream Pit a couple of weeks ago. If I'm the owner and I'm writing checks to you, I don't want you out here running other racetracks. Now, I know, they're going to say, well, we want to do other things and we just want to live in a bubble. But, I got a lot. You're making a lot of money. I'm writing you big checks. You're making a lot of money off Tom Taylor. And so, in this case, Rick Hendrick, if it was me, and it's not obviously, I would come up with a moratorium and say, nah, going forward, we're going to stay to what we're doing, and we're not going to go out and race on the weekend or on an off weekend or wherever it was that happened. So, am I right or wrong on that? How would you look at that?
Well, I mean, Rick Hendrick in the past has been a guy who sort of discouraged his guys from doing, a lot of events outside of NASCAR. I mean, he'd let guys race like the 24 hours of Daytona in that sports car event, and, they'd let them run a few like NASCAR Xfinity races and stuff like that, but he really didn't encourage them to do a lot of stuff outside the Cup period. And especially, like sprint car race, of course, Kyle Larson changed that whenever he signed him. Joe Gibbs is another guy who's really not let his guys race a lot, outside of the Cup Series. And then there's other guys like Tony Stewart, who's a racer and owner himself, so he's never really minded if his guys, race like dirt tracks or whatever. But, I mean, there is definitely a risk involved, especially, those sprint cars, I guess, are some of the more dangerous vehicles you have just because of the way that, they're so apt to slip and stuff like that.
Interesting stuff. Jeff Birchfield, again, your cohort's doing a great job. We're going to talk about this in closing in a few minutes. Six Rivers Relay today, starting up a little bit later on at Kermit Tipton Stadium. Your cohort, Tanner Hook's done a wonderful job putting this track meet together.
Yeah, he does a great job promoting the track meet. He's done a lot of stories, leading up to it. Got a preview in today's paper, so I encourage someone, if they're handy where they can pick up, Just City Press or Kingsport Times News, to look at Tanner's preview because he's got a lot of events, and feels like a lot of records to fall, at that event tonight.
Absolutely. Great report, my friend. Thanks for checking in with us. Anything you want to leave us with?
Oh, just a busy sports weekend as always. Like I said, Tanner's got that going on. A lot of high school baseball and softball and all scheduled, this season. Got ETSU baseball, big series with Western Carolina this weekend. And then weekly racing down at Volunteer Speedway this weekend. Their payouts are really strong right now, like $3,000 win just for a weekly show. So those are some of the best payouts in the country.
Yeah. Where's that? Volunteer Speedway? Bulls Gap?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Bulls Gap.
There you go. Man, great job. Thanks for checking in with us, sir. We will talk to you next week, all right?
All right, sounds great, Tom.
Yep, good man right there. Our buddy Jeff Birchfield, sports writer, John C. Press, Kingsport Times News, you see on the screen. Quick break, back with more at Food City and Gray on show number 1845 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is Pastor Fallow of Pleasant Beach Baptist Church in Elizabethton, and we'd love to have you come be with us. You and your family be with us on Sunday. I'm standing here in the lobby at our visitors table, our welcome table, and there's packets made up with tells you a little more about the church and get acquainted card, and then also a mug and some things in there for you to take with you to remind you to pray for us. And we've got a place for you and your family and want you to come. Our goal is for you to know the Lord Jesus Christ as your Savior, but beyond that, to find your purpose and contentment in life of knowing Him, walking with Him, and serving Him each day. And so we want you and your family to come be with us Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Wednesday night. We're looking forward to seeing you soon. You can find a little more information about us online at pleasantbeachbaptist.com.
And the one, the only Brian Pipkin, the owner of Phil's Dream Pit. Warm weather coming, summertime coming, springtime coming, catering opportunities from Phil's Dream Pit. Tell me about it.
Yes, sir. Well, we do offer a full-service catering where we'll come to you if you've got a wedding or a special event and you say, you know what, I don't want to fool with any of this. I want to make a phone call and have it done for me. And we'll bring our catering director, Michaela Miller, and her team will come out to you. I may or may not be with them, but they'll set everything up for you. They will serve it to your folks. They will tear it down. They will clean up after themselves and leave it in better condition than they found it. That's the goal there. We do offer that, but you know, we also offer catering where you can come and pick it up here in the restaurant. A really affordable price on that, Tom. Worked out to $8.25 a person. A lot of our advertising right now is geared to feed 12 people for $99.99. Got a billboard in gray. You can see that on. I got a banner hung outside the building. It should be at Little League Fields in Johnson City in gray, hopefully the middle of the year. So that's our big push right now. And affordable, good food that you could just come in and pick up and serve yourself and have everything ready to go. And at $8.25 a person, I've fought hard to try to keep that price down where we can continue to do that. And so far we're hanging on there, so we're going to continue to do that. That actually gets you 3 of our sides, not just 2 like most places do. So you can choose from the macaroni salad, the coleslaw, the baked beans that everybody loves, the potato salad, the macaroni and cheese, or if you got some kids there, some people, and you want to make things easy, we can even put plain or barbecue chips in one of those sides. So and you get your pulled pork, you get your buns, you get the barbecue sauce, your choice of it, and all of it just ready to go. We just set it out buffet style, serve it, make your sandwiches, and you're ready to go. We'll load it in the car for you, have it ready. You can order that online. You can call us. You can even walk up to the window and order it. It may take a couple of minutes, but we'll put it together for you.
Social media, how do we find you?
On Facebook. We're on Facebook on social media. Phil'sDreamPit.com. You can place an order online right there. We do delivery through Grubhub and through our website, powered by ChowNow. So we have a limited delivery area. I don't know. I know a lot of your folks are over in Elizabethton. We probably don't deliver to them, but we have a lot of people from Elizabethton come in here thanks to this show and good representation over there. And just had our 15th anniversary, and our buddy Big Dan was the first one to wish us congratulations. So the barbecue community around here, a lot of small restaurants with really good people in them. So you know, if you're not coming here, support your local restaurants. Support the people that do it all, that keep your money here, that keep people employed here, that care about the communities. That, you know, I said that we're sponsoring two different Little League baseball programs this summer. So we Happy Valley basketball. My good friend Shane Williams, that I graduated with at Science Hill, played for Tennessee. The coach over there. We support them, and you know. When I was a kid, you used to see these big chain restaurants on the back of kids' soccer uniforms. You just don't anymore. You know, they, for whatever reason, that money goes to New Orleans or Chicago or wherever it goes. But yeah, I encourage you, eat local, support your local business. I think that we're the ones that try to support the community back.
Eastern Star exit, Interstate 26, Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. About out of this one. Let me run down again who is going to be in this track meet today. The Six Rivers Relay at Kermit Tipton Stadium in Johnson City. Lady got mad at Dale just now. Said, why is he there? I said, well, they used my face for the model for Sasquatch. She said, that was not very nice. Well, okay. So I don't appreciate him saying it. I said, oh, he's just joking. Well, it's just not true. Okay. Here's the teams. Abington, Castlewood, Charlotte Country Day out of North Carolina, Cherokee, Chucky Doak, Daniel Boone, Crockett, Dobbins Bennett, Eastside, George Wythe, Greenville, Grundy, Happy Valley, Holston, J.I. Burton, John Battle, Lakeway Christian Academy. By the way, we were down there watching soccer the other day. Holy smokes, what a facility. Lakeway Christian down at the White Pine exit of Morristown. Whoa, what a, man, that is a nice school. I didn't go in it. We were on the soccer. The soccer field was impressive enough. I'm sure the rest of it's the same. But anyway, they're going to be in this track meet tonight. Lehigh, Marion, Morristown West, Oak Ridge, Patrick Henry, Glade Springs, Providence Academy, Richlands, Ridgeview, Royal Retreat, Science Hill, South Green, Sullivan East, Tazewell, Tennessee High, Thomas Walker, Twin Springs, Unicoi County, Union, University High, Virginia High, Volunteer, Watauga out of North Carolina, West Green, West Ridge, William Byrd, and Y Central. Those are the teams in the 43rd annual Six Rivers Relays presented tonight at Kermit Tipton Stadium. So only the top 9 individuals in relays in each event will, where's the rest of it? I don't know where it went. Will be whatever. Cut it off. But anyway, those are the teams. Going to be there again starting right around 5:30 at Kermit Tipton Stadium. A couple of high school kids going on to college. Camille Redford and Nate Connor from Science Hill Redford signing to wrestle at Roanoke College. Connor will play baseball at Walters State Community College. So there you go. That's the couple of updates there. NBA news, Kawhi Leonard, a meniscus tear in his right knee. Although his surgically repaired right knee, his ACL is intact, that's okay, but he tore his meniscus. Clippers yet to decide on a course of treatment. Rest or surgery are among the wide range of treatments for the common knee injury. Torn ACL for Kawhi Leonard, 2-time NBA Finals MVP. So Clippers eliminated, of course, and he was out of the lineup, and that was a big reason why I think they got beat. All right, before we get out of here one more time, let's run down some of the specials here at Food City. These are deals for days, and here it is. And it's deals for days right there. All right. There you go. Let's run them down for you. Ground chuck. Food City Fresh ground chuck, $1.99 a pound with a $25 purchase of store brand items. Without that, it's $2.99 a pound. There it is. Ground chuck. Great grilling out weekend. New York strip steak, $6.99. Vidalia onions today and tomorrow, 79 cents a pound. Wright Bacon and Pepsi products, $3.25. The Wright Bacon will go $6.99 with your Food City value card. Also today and tomorrow at all Food Cities, Basket and Bushel jumbo baking potatoes, $6.99. JFG special blend coffee, $6.49. Little Debbie snack cakes, 3 for $5. You have Smart Ones entrees, 5 for $10, limit 5. Powerade, when you buy 10 or more, is 79 cents a piece. Lux beans, when you buy 10 or more, 79 cents a can. That's on the front side of the paper, sale paper. On the back side, it looks like this before we get out of here. You see mustard potato salad for $2.99. Black Forest ham for $6.99. Pillsbury crescents or grand biscuits 2 for $5. You see the Nabisco Ritz toasted chips 2 for $6. Kellogg's Kid cereal $2.79. Totino's pizza rolls $3.99. Kraft string cheese $2.99. Kellogg's Special K pastry crisps $2.69. Pillsbury soft baked cookies 2 for $6. Betty Crocker fruit snacks 2 for $5 today and tomorrow. Cheez-It crackers for $1.99 at all Food Cities. Food Club tomatoes, chicken of the sea sardines or tuna or Food Club tomatoes in a can, 75 cents a can today and tomorrow. Nature Made vitamin gummies, $9.99. Sparkle paper towels or Angel Soft bath tissue, 12 mega rolls or 6 rolls of paper towels for $7.99. And then the Bic pocket lighters for $3.99. Those are the deals for days today and tomorrow at all Food City locations. All right, before we get out of here, baseball today. Looks like the weather's going to be cooperative to get these Friday night games in. Baseball will be University High at Dobbins Bennett, Cock County at Science Hill, Boone and West Ridge, Elizabethton at Crockett, Cherokee at Volunteer, Johnson County at Hampton, Cosby at South Green, and Chucky Duck will go to Pigeon Forge to play baseball. Your softball schedule today, fairly limited. Eastside Virginia, Tennessee High, Providence Academy hosting Hampton, and the Tiny Day tournament going on in Greenville. And then in soccer tonight, Crockett at Boone, and Sullivan East to be at Providence Academy. That's your baseball, softball, and soccer schedule for this Friday, April the 27th. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Hello, Betty Lacey. How you doing, lady? Thank you very much for watching the show as always, Miss Betty. And let's finish it up as we always do with the verse of the day. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. And let's do that right now. And it is 1 Chronicles 29, 11, 12, and 13. Yours, O Lord, is the greatness and the power and the glory and the majesty and the splendor. Verse 12, wealth and honor come from you. You are the ruler of all things. In your hands are strength and power to exalt and give strength to all. Whew. Powerful. Verse 13, now, our God, we give you thanks and praise your glorious name. 1 Chronicles 29, 11, 12, and 13 is the verse today to wrap it up. Back with you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Monday we have the Tom Taylor Sports Show number 1846 at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Then Monday night we got senior night for softball. The Lady Cyclones entertaining Cherokee at 5:30 on Monday. So that's what our schedule is coming up on Monday of next week. And then baseball next Thursday. The opening round of the district tournament at Cardinal Park in Johnson City. For the Cyclones, and I think at this point it will be Iroquois County, but that could change. We'll let you know if it does. Have a great weekend. Be sure and go to church and worship the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. He's coming soon, folks. Every day the sun comes up, he's a day closer. Are you ready? Where are you going to spend eternity? You're going to spend it somewhere. Either with him in heaven, which I hope, or in a godless hell where there is no hope. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. Thanks for watching show number 1845 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show, originating today from Food City in